Hey guys, I just wanted to make this real quick video to announce that if you're going to Central Library's ComicCon, you'll probably see me and my friends there. I'm not going to give out any specific names just for safety purposes, but I will tell you who we are cosplaying as. Our youngest friend is cosplaying as Tom. The other one is cosplaying as Ed, and I will be cosplaying as Tord. We will all be coming in a group. So we'll probably be the loud ones in the jackets, and I'll be the one with the water guns that have bits of tape on them. Probably penguin tape, because that's the only duct tape I have. But anyway, like, if you see us, feel free to say hi. Like, oh hey, I've watched your show, and blah blah blah. We love interacting with other people. Of course, don't come up and be like, oh my gosh, I love you! I want to marry you! Or always, like with most people, ask for a hug before you give it. It's kind of a cosplay thing. You don't just take that hug without anyone's consent. That's not cool. I don't think I've ever done that yet. So, but anyway, we are all really excited for the ComicCon tomorrow at Central Library in St. Louis. That's where we're going to. It's gonna be a quite long drive from here. So it's gonna be really fun, and I'm still trying to figure out how to spike my hair, but it's all great, it's fine. I might have to take like some sort of foam and just shape it like that instead, even though it's the last day I could actually get ready for the cosplay, and the thing is tomorrow, so. But besides that, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be great. If you aren't already going, you should come. It's completely free of charge. I mean, they have some food trucks that you might want to save money for, and they tend to sell little souvenir whatevers. A bunch of business people walk around and they're like, hey, I made a picture of Lion and Steven and it's literally beautiful. Will you buy it? They sell coffee mugs. Last time I was there, they had buttons, and I bought a bunch of those because they were so adorable. I have this little Marshall Lee button. I don't know where it went. It's probably in my backpack because it broke, which made me really sad because I was like, I loved that button, and now it's gone. But anyway, so there's a lot of cool stuff at Comic-Con that you would love to check out. Last year there was a bunch of Ghostbusters, and me and my younger friend, who's being Tom this year, she was cosplaying as Dave Strider, and I was cosplaying Nabstablook because it was kind of a last second thing. I was like, I want to do something Undertale, but I didn't have enough for Frisk. I couldn't figure out Sans. I couldn't do Papyrus. I couldn't do any of them. I was gonna do Undyne, but then I realized, I don't have fish gills. I don't have enough face paint. I don't have a spear. All I have is this tank top. So I had to go as Nabstablook. I mean, I would have maybe gone as Alphys in a trash can, but I didn't have my wig. Anyway, the point is, it was a real fun time had by all. And man, was that giant thing really sweaty and hard to see through. I was gonna cut eye holes in the little sections, but I didn't want to ruin the cosplay because it had just black ironed on circles, a little nose thing and a face, and it was just a bed sheet. I'm not even kidding, that's what it was. I could not see anything when I was underneath it, so my friend had to guide me around the Comic-Con. I was just like, Dave Strider, help me, please. It's quite ironic. We didn't plan it out, yet somehow we were both musically talented, cosplaying as people who are musically talented. There's all sorts of cool stuff. There was a bunch of Dippers and Mabels. I saw a whole family that was cosplaying as, there was 2 kids, they were cosplaying as Dipper and Mabel. There was a teenager cosplaying as Wendy. And the mom was cosplaying as Bill Cipher. I'm pretty sure it was the mom. I mean, it could have been a teenager, but probably was a mom. It was so cool, and like we saw a bunch of crazy stuff out there. It was awesome. I think I saw a stormtrooper that was pretty cool. They sold tons of buttons, tons of paintings and whatevers, books, everything. It was beautiful, and I loved it, and it made me so happy. I saw this little kid dressed up as Twilight Sparkle. I mean, she had that like really bad plastic mask, but it still made me happy on the inside because it was a tiny small child and she was trying to cosplay, and it just warmed my heart, and I was like, aw, what an adorable child. You'll get there someday. Anywho, that's pretty much all I had to say, but still, if you are not going to this Comic-Con and you are in the area, you are free tomorrow, go there. Or go there today to get like a poster thing to figure out all the events you want to go to, because there's different events. There's some band, I don't know what they're called, but they're doing like a Steven Universe inspired songs thing, and like me and my friends are like super hyped for that. And maybe, just maybe, if you get there and you seem like a cool enough dude, and by that I probably just mean you've subscribed to my channel, or if you watch this video and you're like, hey, you seem like a cool person, well, we might even hang out with you. It kind of depends. But, I know this has nothing to do with the Comic-Con, but I just wanted to add this little tidbit. I went to Chick-fil-A yesterday. I saw this guy wearing a backwards Rick and Morty hat, and I walk up to him, I'm like, I like your hat. And he's like, what? I like your hat. He's like, oh, thanks. I don't even think he realized he was wearing a Rick and Morty hat, because it was just like, it was like if I just complimented his hat if it had like space cats on it or something. I'm like, you don't realize I'm in this fandom. Crying for life. Anywho, another little announcement. I've officially got cancer. And by cancer, I don't mean actual cancer. Though I am a cancer, according to things. But technically, scientifically speaking, nobody's the same sign or whatever it is their entire life, because there's actually 13. And there's only 12 months. Y'all forgot about the snake holder dude? You better not. He's a pretty cool guy. Everybody forgets him. But now I have this annoying fidget spinner. Well, I mean, my friend got it to me. It makes a very loud noise because it's Bluetooth. And it lights up. I hate it. I mean, I hate it because it's a fidget spinner. I don't hate it because it lights up. I love lighting up things. I love Bluetooth things. It's got a little speaker there, if you can see it. I mean, it's very interesting, but the thing is I can't figure out how to spin it with like one hand, like the cool kids with AIDS do. But like, I hate fidget spinners. She got me my first one. So technically, this is not something I went and got on my own and wanted to get. So technically, you cannot blame me for having a fidget spinner. I've rarely used this, except for last night where I tried to figure out how the heck do I spin it with one hand. I still haven't gotten it. Like, I can kind of do it, but it's not good. Anyway, also it has a charging port, which is really stupid. But for some reason or another, it's like, hey, you got a charging port, but you know what you don't have? USB cable. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says USB cable not included. Which is really stupid. Like, come on, man. I mean, I have a mini USB, but still, that's garbage. I'm sorry, I've been ranting for a while now. But let's get to the point of things. throw this across the room. I didn't actually throw it. I don't want to break it. But the point is, Comic-Con is going to be really fun. The last two things I said had nothing to do with it. Just a little Rick and Morty hat and a terrifying fidget spinner, horrifying monstrosity. But besides that, Comic-Con is going to be pretty good. It's at the Central Library, 3rd Annual Comic-Con. Just look it up. SLPL. I think that's the abbreviation for that library. Like I said, I don't really live that close to it, so we're gonna have to do a long drive. I'm probably gonna do the hair at the Comic-Con because I can't figure it out on my own. And the stuff is actual hair cement, so if I mess it up, it's stuck like that unless I wash it out, which I can't really do because you try to go into a public restroom and just dunk your head in and wash it out. It's not fun. You don't even have a hairdryer on you, so it's just not gonna be fun for anyone involved. But like, either way, the Comic-Con is going to be really fun. We're going to have a great time. You should come by, support the artists there, including me and my friends who are also artists. And if you want, you might be able to ask for a commission. I mean, I'm not as good as Tom. Okay, for this point, I'm just going to say Tom and Ed because I want to protect the innocent. But anyway, Tom is the best out of all of us. Ed and I will agree on this. Ed is better than me, personally. I mean, every time Ed and I talk, we both agree that why did I say that? I think I'm thinking of that one chick who steals all my food. Curse you. Anyway, we both agree that Tom is the way better artist. But I say that Ed is better of an artist than me. But she says that I'm a better artist than her. And then Tom's like, no. You guys are better artists than me. And I'm like, no, shut up. It's quite hilarious, actually. We angrily yell at each other about who is the better artist. But it's not like, oh, I'm the better artist, you guys are trash. It's the opposite. It's, you guys are the better artist, I'm trash. It's quite hilarious. It's basically backwards of every conversation you would normally think of between arguing people. We're just... It's hilarious, actually. It's quite funny. But, like... I don't know who you would consider the best artist, but Tom, I'll give you a sample of their art. It's mostly chibi to very, very beautiful cartoonist style. It's like an advanced cartoonist, like, it's gorgeous. It's like caricatures, but without the weird misproportions. Then we have Ed, who has just more of a kind of stiff style, but even still, that stiff style, despite the fact that it's a little stiff, which I will admit, I still think they're the better artists because, like, every time they actually try on an art piece, it's just like, oh, you drew a really realistic cat that looks like a photograph. I drew a stick figure of a cat. You know, but... And theirs is always, like, really good, but every time I try and draw realistically, it sort of varies on how it ends up. I think I have an example of one of the art pieces I did a long while ago, somewhere in here. Oh, yep, that is not it. Hang on. Just give me a minute. No, that's bad computer art. I mean, this one's a really old sketchbook, so the sketches are not as bad as this. My old... My old art is worse than my newer art. I just don't have any new art on hand right now. Where's... Okay, actually, this is nothing near what I do now. I gotta find something closer. Maybe I can just draw this somewhere real quick. Just give me a minute. Don't worry, this isn't gonna be like a 12-hour long video, trust me. I am what people call a speed artist. And I can pretty much work with anything that I have. If you give me a heap of trash, I'll probably be able to turn it into something. Alright, so what do we want to draw? Let's just try and draw Morty, I guess. No, we'll not draw Morty. Ooh, I'll draw Matt. Or at least attempt to. Now, this is without reference, obviously. So, it's probably not going to be the best. And I'm doing it pretty quick. Much quicker than I normally do. So, it's not going to be too great. And I don't have an eraser, so the body shape is going to be off. So, here's the hoodie. This is just a real quick sketch, remember? So, it's not that good. I apologize. Oh crap! I'm not that bad at eyes. I need a good little example of my eyes in here. Like the way I draw eyes varies. But there we go. Just a little picture of Matt, and then there's a picture of an eye. So that's my general range of skill. But anywho, the point is, if you want us to do commissions, we'll probably be carrying around our sketchbooks. So go right ahead and ask. Because we're pretty good artists. They are better than me. They'll probably say that I'm better than them, which I don't think is true. But still, you can go ahead and ask us. There's at least an 80% chance we'll say yes. At least, speaking for me, I'd probably say yes, depending on the content. Because, like, I don't draw, like, fetish. I don't draw fetish. I have attempted it. Kind of once, when I drew a furry in a bikini, and I was like, how did I actually do this decently? And then I never drew a furry again. Well, I mean, that's a lie. I did draw multiple furries afterwards, but not in bikinis. Fully clothed, or just anthropomorphic animals with no genitalia, because I don't like that. Anyway, the point is, we don't do that weird stuff. At least I don't, and Tom doesn't. Ed doesn't really much, ever. I mean, she told me that she did once, but I don't really believe her. Of course, that's mostly because she's like, I don't want to show my shame. So, I don't know, and it was probably only the one time when she was experimenting with it, because us artists, we experiment, and we're like, I wonder if we can do this. Even though we completely are everything against what we are thinking, maybe I can do this. I've been talking for 19 minutes. I am so sorry. But anyway, back to the thing. ComicCon, go to it if you're nearby. Unlike me crying, I'm going a long way. we're all coming from a long ways away from this library just to Comic-Con it up. So it's gonna be cruel. It's gonna be cool, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a good time had by all. And you should come if you're in the area, or if you just have enough spare time. You should probably research what the thing is, like where it is and when it is and all that junk on the internet, because I can't tell you anything because I don't remember. All I know is it's tomorrow and it's at the SLPL, St. Louis Public Library, I think that's what it stands for. I don't know. I don't really visit St. Louis that often. Well, I mean, I have occasionally, but not much. I don't live there, so it's kind of far off from us. So anyway, the point is, go to that library, the Central Library. It's right across the street from some weird park thing with a bunch of junk in it. And it'll be super awesome, super fun. Trust me, it's gonna be great. You should go if you're not going already. They got Voltron picture photo op. They got Beach City song and stuff, and they got virtual reality test gaming, and I was just blown away when I saw the stuff going on now, and I'm like, they actually have things. It's not just us running around randomly. Also, if you see a guy with a beard and his name is Jeff, and he's like, hey, you kid want to join the Future Cartoon Society? We meet every month at such and such place. Then join. Join, my friend, because Future Cartoon Society, it's sponsor. Jeff is really cool. We're really cool with Jeff. We all like Jeff. Jeff is awesome. He's like a man-child. He's like Seuss. It's beautiful. And for all you Night Vale fans, he knows Night Vale. It's like awesome. Anyway, like, go check it out. Say hi to Jeff. Tell him I sent you. And just be awesome. It'll be awesome. Come if you can. We'll probably see you there because it's a pretty big library, but we'll probably see you there anyway. Anyway, have a great day. See you around. Bye-bye.